We've got just a couple of minutes before the market opens this morning, and I've got 4 earnings trades from yesterday that I've got to address. I've got AMD, I've got a couple of different positions in this. One bearish position, a very short dated put debit spread. That's going to probably be a loser, a small loser. AMD did go down. It didn't go down enough though. I also have a bullish trade, a short put at 51 DTE. That's going to be just fine. Probably won't have to do anything in AMD. As far as those earnings positions, essentially it was a non-event. Google though, Google is going to be up huge on open. It's going to open up around 181. That is a 10 or 11 point move up, and I've got 15 of these really trashy out of the money call debit spreads. They're going to be up probably somewhere around $600, $700 on open. So I need to go ahead and put in a closing order because I definitely want to go ahead and take profit on this. This is a very low probability trade that I've gotten kind of lucky in. If I go and take a look at the analysis on this trade, we can see that I spent $429 on those 15 out of the money call debit spreads, way out of the money because this is where Google's trading. Here is the debit spread itself. Now these are leaps options. I bought these at like 200 DTE when I first put this on about a month ago. I've gotten the move right, plus the earnings this morning. So it's starting to go my way. So I'm gonna be able to profit a few $100s on this. I don't want to hold it all the way to expiration 170 days from now, even though potentially I could make $7,000 is the max profit on this, but I only have like a 10% pop on this trade. The likelihood that I hold this to expiration and it finishes all the way in the money on this spread, it's a very unlikely event. Yes, it's a huge payout. If it works, I'd win $7,000, but it's such an unlikely event. It's always best just to take profits early. When you get a move in your direction like I got, I'm going to go ahead and take my profits. If I can get out of this thing for $600, $700, $800 winner today, I'm going to go ahead and take that profit. I also had a earnings trade on Reddit, had a call butterfly that a really cheap call butterfly that's, you know, way out of the money too, because I thought Reddit could go up in a big way. Reddit is going up in a big way. It's going to open up at 105. It's actually on the other end of my call butterfly here, even though my call butterfly was very optimistic. Reddit had a huge move up. I don't know how much I'm going to profit on this. I should profit a little bit, but the fact that it moved so far up and the market just opened, I don't know what the pricing is going to be on this. We'll have to let the option markets open and settle down. This pricing here is not right, but we'll get a actual real quote here in just a second. I also played First Solar to the downside. I bought some puts. First Solar did go down. It didn't go down enough to where my puts are in the money, but it went down enough. These out of the money puts should be profitable. Let's see if they'll actually give me that. You know what, I'll just take anything I can get on those. I got 190, so I profited $190 on those puts in First Solar, and I was happy to go ahead and take that profit right away. I didn't want to sit on those puts. They were 2 DTE, and to make well, $168 there was fine, because had I held on to it, it was going to be a full loser probably, because I needed it to fall to 182.5 to reach my put strike, and then to overcome the debit I paid, which was, you know, $200 something probably. I really needed First Solar to trade below 180 by Friday at expiration for me to break even. Again, low probability kind of trade. The fact that I was able to profit at all on that trade, I'm very happy about that. If I go and take a look at the upcoming trades, earnings trades today, we have some big ones. Microsoft, Meta, Coinbase, Hood, Roku, SBUX. Those are all stocks that I do trade often, and I like trading. That's like 6 of them. Let's see what reports earnings in the morning, see if there's any additional ones. Uber, I do like to trade a lot. A lot of this other stuff I don't really care about. Peloton, Merck, MasterCard, Norwegian Cruise Lines. Yeah, none of those. But Uber in the morning also is a good one to trade. So let me see what I want to do for some of these earnings. I definitely want to put in positions Microsoft, Meta, and Coin. Those 3 companies are big companies, and I like playing them just to play them, just to follow along with what's going on in the market. Microsoft is actually up this morning. That's interesting. Considering the market's kind of weak, I guess it opened up, it gapped up about $6 or $7, and it's kind of sold off. It's still up on the day. IV rank is 69. Right now, Microsoft really not trading near the highs. Its all-time highs were back here in July. It was trading around 468. Right now, it's trading at 433. Really not trading near any recent lows either. Its recent low was 388. That's the August 5th event. We can kind of almost discount what was going on here. There was some panic in the market that, you know, everything kind of had a bad couple of weeks there. Or I could do one of my butterflies that I've been doing a lot here on these earnings trades. I'll sell 2 calls right here at the edge of the expected move. And then I go $10 wide on each side. Sell 2 calls. Okay, there we go. I'd pay $136 for this spread. Max profit of $864. Let's see what the risk profile on that looks like. So I need, you know, Microsoft to trade within this tent area. I go forward on the analysis, go forward 1 day. Let's see what kind of profit I would be looking at. Potentially, I'd make, I don't know, about 70 or 80 bucks or so if it's somewhere in here tomorrow. If I go forward 1 more day, if I held it till Friday, which would be the expiration on this contract, I could potentially make $200 to $300, depending on how late in the day. You know, obviously, if you hold it to expiration, this theoretical line, this orange line, actually becomes the tent here. But I'm not going to hold it all the way to expiration. There's a lot of risk with that. But, you know, if I could, I'd pay $138 for this butterfly spread. If I could take $100 to $150 out of it, that'd be a pretty successful trade, in my opinion. I'll play Microsoft bullish, again, just to play it. Not necessarily a high probability trade, but typically I'm just going to break even on these. I'll get lucky on some, I'll get unlucky on some others. In the end, these earnings trades, they typically just all kind of come out in the wash. They're mainly break even trades. They're not my long-term trades like my SPY and Qs and MES. Like, those are long-term core strategies. I'm constantly running the same short put spread strategy where I know I have positive expectancy. I'm always going to come out ahead if I do enough of those trades. These trades, I don't think they really have any kind of positive expectancy. These are just playing them just to be playing them. So what did I do in Microsoft? Did a call butterfly. So in Meta, what I'll do, I'll play the opposite direction, because why not? Plus, Meta has been insanely high, and, you know, near its all-time highs here. Let's see how I want to do this. I'll sell the put right there, the edge of its range. Now, it's a high-priced stock. Let's see, how wide do I want to go? $15 wide. Let's see how expensive this would be. 143. Make it $20 wide then. $254. Yeah, I want a wider butterfly, but I don't want to pay that much. Let's get a little further out of the money, especially since we're playing this to the downside. Stocks tend to crash down in bigger moves than when they go up. So I don't mind doing this even a little lower than the expected move. Again, kind of a long shot kind of trade. Or maybe I'll do a put debit spread. Risk like $100 to make $400. I don't mind that. Again, you know, kind of a small trade, long shot kind of trade, but just something to have on in Microsoft and Meta, just to follow along with the earnings, just for the fun of it, and just so I have to pay attention to what's going on. I may just pass on Uber. Let's check out Hood real quick. Hood currently trading at $28. Definitely at the high end of its range. IV rank is 70, IVX through the roof. So really good premiums here. So you get some pretty nice premiums if you're willing to sell some options, especially naked options. I have no idea where this thing could go. I'd be worried about selling, especially naked calls, especially with something that has an IVX of 72. This thing could make a big move. Let's do something a little cheap. Do some kind of trashy call spread here. pay $60 to make $240, assuming we get a big move up. Not crazy about that. Doing a butterfly on something this small in price, as far as $28 stock, might work as well. Let's see. I just sell right at the edge of the expected move. Oh, $2 wide. Let's see how this looks. $32 for the debit on that. Max profit 168. Get a little wider. Oh, it's a bigger trade. $71. Max profit 239. I don't know, maybe do a couple of contracts. Pay 142 on a max profit 458. Again, kind of a small baby trade, just to play. Got a partial fill. So somebody filled me on one contract, but they didn't fill me on the other. I'll tick it up a penny just to go ahead and get filled on the other contract. Roku also reports after the bell today. I sometimes play Roku. Again, I don't necessarily need another trade. Roku doing pretty badly for a while, but it's come back up here lately, trading around $77. IV rank is 60, IVX, and 51-day cycle, IVX nearly 70. It's a really good IV. Really rich premiums on the options. Have no idea where this thing could go, but I mean, I could sell that 8 delta put, and I could go out here and sell the 8 delta call. Look how wide the strangle is. That is a $60 wide strangle. Receive $144 credit on a buying power of $771. I'd be crazy not to take that price. Now, who knows what could happen to Roku as far as directional. I don't know if this thing's going up or coming down. Is it going to go up past 115 though? I can't believe it would. Because that's really the scary part, it's the call. The put, though, at 55, is it going to crash below 55? Kind of a risky trade. But again, at this kind of price, you know what? Why not? And then we'll deal with the half dozen or so earnings trades I got on for tomorrow. Kind of like we did this morning with the 4 or 5 trades I had to manage. This week's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to manage a lot of trades each and every day, because after the bell tomorrow, we have Amazon, we have Apple, we got a few different companies. I'll probably play 4 or 5, maybe 6 different earnings trades tomorrow for Friday. Oh, you guys see me put on a lot of different earnings trades, manage a lot of different earnings trades.
Yeah, it's a fun way. Thanks, DT, for everything.
All right, take care.